Thank you for hopping along. This is the global Stampin' video hop with Esther from Stampin Star Creations. Please be sure to check out all the other demos. This month's theme is Thinking of You Occasions, and I'm using the Simply Succulents stamp set to create today's card, but I'm using the succulents to make them not look like succulents, hopefully. So using my Stamparatus and just working out where I need them to be positioned, because I'm going to cut these out later and with my matching dies. So using Rococo Rose ink and just inking down a few of these shapes. Going in with the matching marker pen in the Stampin' Blend with the Rococo Rose. So bearing in mind some of these colours and products will be retiring at the end of, at the beginning of May. So you're watching this at the end of April, so do be sure to check my online shop if you are desperate for some of these products. Coming in with the lighter Rococo Rose and just filling in the spaces that I haven't already coloured. Then once I've done that, I'm coming in with the colour lifter. Some people like to call it a colour pusher, and this just helps to blend the two colours and also just lighten some of the area that I've coloured as well. So I'm just going to show you with this first one that I'm coming back in and stamping again with the Rococo Rose. Now after I did this, the colour died down again, so I'm going in yet again and giving it a second go with some more ink to make that outline stand out. The next colour I'm going in with is So Saffron, and again just stamping a few of these to colour in, and we're going to repeat the process. Starting with the dark So Saffron and then coming in with the lighter shades to fill in all the rest of the petals. I had to go back in with the darker shade because I felt as if this colour was getting a bit lost amongst the petals. So I decided I wanted to do some partial stamping and still have some of that other part of the succulent stamp as foliage in my work. So going in with just jade this time. Repeating the process of doing the darker and the light blends, and also die cutting a few extra shapes from the die set. So I'm just grabbing out my smoky slate ink and I'm going to actually stamp that whole image into my background. This just helps me to be able to arrange my flowers, and I wanted to offset my arrangement so that you can see a bit of the grey peeking through as if it's a shadow, and it helps give a bit of depth to my picture. So just take your time and arrange things where you want them to go. I like the idea of these hanging bits at the bottom, and then just spread out the flowers, and once you're sorted you can go ahead and stick them down. Like I said, I quite like the idea of the sort of shadows peeking from underneath just to create a depth for my flower arrangement. Sticking the flowers in groups, it helps to be able to stick them down, and I've just added some dimensionals to the group of 3 flowers at the front and adding these little purple posy flowers into the mix as well. Then I had this piece of True Love Designer Series paper with this lovely stripe, which is about 1/2 inch, and I'm then just white embossing my sentiment onto black card. Heating it up to set the powder, and this says, "You've been on my mind." So there's a lovely matching die to go with this, which fits perfectly over that sentiment, and I'm going to run that through my machine and cut that out. So sticking down my stripe first, I did cut down the sides of my white piece with the flowers and the succulents on, just in order to make it all fit on. And I'm sticking this down on a piece of purple posy cardstock, again which is retiring, so get your hands on it if you want, and this lovely jewel polka dot ribbon. I decided to stick the sentiment straight down as we've got some other added 3D elements. So just folding my bow in half and then just snipping that down. And then using a glue dot, I'm just going to tuck this in behind the flower arrangement at the top left. I decided afterwards I wanted to add some splatters, which is a bit late in the party, but I just do like the succulents with the splatters. I just think it helps with the modern look of the card, and with black and white. There you can see it's just subtle but enough to make a difference. Then colouring in some pearls. So Stampin' Up do sell some black embellishments, but these pearls are nice and small, so I decided I'd just use my Stampin' Blend to colour these in, and because it's an alcohol marker it will colour them in and they'll stay coloured, concentrating on around the edges to make sure that the colour goes on all around the pearls. So I like to put 2 at the bottom and then 1 in the opposite direction at the top. So because a lot of time and energy has gone into this card, I decided to add a bit more to it and add some wink of Stella. I thought if you're going to spend the time making something and taking time to colour it all in, we'll just keep adding more and more. So just adding a wink of Stella to give it that lovely shimmery touch to it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has inspired you to use your So Succulent or Simply Succulent stamp set in a slightly different way, and please do comment below, let me know what you think of today's card. I'd be most appreciative if you could subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up for today's video, and don't forget to check out all the other demonstrators from around the world who have joined in with the global hop. Thank you very much.